Hey guys, it's Upa here. So the mysterious box event is back and there's some changes which have been made, so let's go through them really quickly. So first let me show how this event works. You get these firecrackers and you can use these firecrackers to basically open any present along any one of these columns that you decide. And then when you open a present, there's some things which can happen. So there's a 30% chance that you will get a trick, and what a trick means is that when you open one present, it will randomly cause another present to have a special effect, and that special effect present will basically detonate, and when you use one firecracker, there's a chance that you open multiple presents at once. And then there's also a 5% chance that you get a special box, and the special box has these special rewards over here. The main one is this Arcane Gem Selection Chest, which has almost all the latest gems except for the Giselle one, which is the most recent one. So if you're very confused, the main thing about this trick thing is that one firecracker actually equates to roughly 1.4 presents. So in my older video covering this event, I did give the value of one firecracker equates to 1.5 presents open, and even though I would say that is fairly accurate, I decided that for this video I'll give you guys a more conservative amount so that you can account for more risk and for more bad luck. So roughly I would say one firecracker equates to 1.4 presents open. So this is important because these rewards over here is calculated based on the number of presents open rather than the number of firecrackers spent. So you can actually accumulate a total of 38 firecrackers for free. So you start with 10, and every day you can buy 4 from the store using gems, and this event lasts for 7 days. So we have 10 plus 28, which gives you 38 firecrackers, and when you use the 1.4 ratio I mentioned, 38 crackers should net you about 53 presents for free. So this guarantees you this Rune Soul Selection Chest, and then if you're lucky, you could get 60 presents open with the free amount of firecrackers that you get and get this blessing for free. But on average, as mentioned, you would get roughly 53 presents. So if you want the blessing chest, you can top up 5 USD, or maybe if you're lucky, you only have to top up 1 USD to get the blessing chest. So now, more importantly, we have these rewards over here, which are the chests, and this is obviously for spenders. So they've actually reduced the requirements for these chests. Initially, in the old events, this would cost 120, and this would cost 180, and maybe the subsequent ones would cost more as well. Honestly, most players, you shouldn't care past the second box, but they've reduced the box cost from 120 to 110 and then 180 to 165. This is a really nice change because, once again, this event is very luck dependent. You could get very unlucky and spend what is supposed to be the normal amount of money that you have to spend and still not get enough to open to get the box that you want. So this is just a risk when it comes to this event, and I want to stress this very heavily. If you are planning to spend on this event, you could get very, very unlucky and not get the box when you expect to, based on the amount that you have spent. So anyway, as mentioned, for free you can open roughly about 53 boxes, and this means that to get this first box, that will cost you, or that will require you to open an additional 57 presents. So if you're using the 1 to 1.4 ratio I've mentioned, this would mean that you need 41 additional firecrackers, and you can buy that over here from the store. And the way I recommend you get those 41 firecrackers on average would be to buy this pack, and this pack. So this nets you a total of 42 firecrackers for 65 USD. And if necessary, you can get these 2 additional firecrackers if you have bad luck for 66 USD. And it is possible, even though it would mean that you would have very bad luck, that you buy these 4 packs I've mentioned and still not qualify for this chest over here, which is one very big problem about this event, which is it's pretty RNG dependent. Obviously, you would have to be very unlucky to not get this box after buying the packs that I've mentioned, but it is possible, and this is just something I want to stress very heavily. So now, this is if you're considering only getting 1 box, but if you're planning on getting 2 boxes, then what you should be spending on is slightly different. And the reason for that is because you can see over here, this $100 pack is actually better value than this $50 pack. If you buy this $50 pack twice, you only get 54 of these firecrackers, whereas if you buy this $100 pack straight up, you get 60 firecrackers. Which is why you need to plan how many boxes you want first before you decide how much or where you're going to spend your money on. So if you're planning to get 2 boxes, then this is what I would suggest, and you would need roughly 80 firecrackers on top of the free ones you get in order to get both chests. So what I recommend is simply to get this $100 pack and then get this $50 pack. So if you're really lucky, it is possible to get both chests using this $100 pack and then these cheaper ones that they give you. But once again, you have to get extremely lucky, and I personally wouldn't risk it. But of course, you can always evaluate as you're spending these firecrackers, how lucky you have been so far and how many more presents or firecrackers you need in order to get the chest that you want. So you kind of have to do some of these calculations on your own if you're planning to try your luck and get it for cheaper. But generally, 150 USD if you want to go for both of these chests, and if you want to go for one chest only, approximately 65 USD. So that's all for the calculations, and finally, let's just spend our own firecrackers over here and see if we get lucky. So apparently, there should be a 30% chance to get one of those tricks, and this is a trick over here, and let me just show you guys what it is. And we actually got another one. So a trick over here, you can see this one is the left and right one, so it will break the adjacent presents just like that. And then if we do the ones over here, once again, it will open the adjacent ones. And let's do this one over here. And it opened, well, it didn't have many adjacent ones, so it only opened one by the side. And so that's all our tokens for today. And you can always check the ratio of your firecrackers to presents, and you can judge your luck based on that. So you can see mine by going to, I believe, more over here. And you can see that we've spent 14 of these firecrackers and we've opened 20 presents. So if we just do a quick calculation over here and we do 20 divided by 14, you can see that just pretty much close to what I said. We do have 1 to 1.43, which is pretty close to 1.4. So just about average luck over here. So yeah, this is a very risky event, I would say. For spenders, there's a chance you could get really unlucky and not get the chest that you want, or you could get lucky at the same time. So just proceed with caution. Many players were complaining about this event the previous time because of this reliance on luck. They have reduced the amount of luck needed, but it's still something very risky. And yeah, once again, proceed with caution. So that's all we have for today, and I'll see you guys next time.